What's up, peeps? Your friendly neighborhood dirt bike rider coming at you again. KDX 220 after a day spent New Year's Day running the wild woods of southeastern Ohio. Let's hear, what did we get? We're at the single track. Looks like 37.5 miles. Testing out the new tires. Got the goldentyre 216 AA on the front. Went with the oversized version. Back here we have the newly released IRC Gekkota. Let's see if we can clean that out a little bit. I don't know if this will show up or not, but there it is, IRC Gekkota. 37 miles, and what turned into a little more road riding. Usually we just use roads to connect up, but one of the trails was shut down, so we had to double back a decent amount of different distance on this one asphalt section. The tires look pretty good still, you know, for such an extremely soft compound. So there it is. Wear's not too bad for the first outing. What I will say, I was running about 8 psi with my tubeless system on it, and was extremely impressed with my weight at about 170 pounds. The tire just hooked up phenomenal. So if you have any doubt that this tire might not fit your single track needs, wet, slippery, rocks, roots. Wasn't real cold yesterday. Around here was around 45 degrees or so, but had overnight ground temperature probably close to freezing. But this tire just hooked up phenomenal. I haven't seen too many other reviews on it on YouTube or Facebook for that matter. So all I can say is if you have a hankering to try it and you're not worried about the price or the potential quick wear, I'm not expecting to get 200 miles out of this tire. But first ride was just completely blown away about how well it pulled up rocky creek ravines and uphills and just got traction like nobody's business at 8 psi with the tubeless. The goldentyre on the front, it was really good. Wasn't revelationary like the rear. I was running at about 10 psi, but because it was so leaf littered and slippery, we never really went that fast either, you know. I will say when I did start going a little faster on it, it felt better. Yeah. So the jury's still out on it. I do like the oversized. Didn't have any complaints about the oversized. It does feel a little more cushiony. Didn't have any problems. When I said we weren't railing motocross berms and ruts, you know, lap after lap. We didn't really repeat any of the sections we rode. So as far as an off-road tire, straight line stability over the wet, loose rocks, excellent. You know, really complimented this old archaic KDX suspension, which I'm still running. Still has the stock oil in it as far as I know. So I bought the bike secondhand, and the first guy never did anything to it. He said it had about 20 hours on it, and I don't believe him. One other thing, I said it was stock, but this thing does have a lowering link on it. I did drop the rear end about 3/4 of an inch. I wish I could remember the name of that. People, it's not a Kobo link. There's another steel alternative link out there. If you eBay it, it'll come up. It's just a steel link. It's about half the price of the aluminum Kobe links. And I love it. I love it being lowered. I'm not a real tall guy. I've got about 32-inch inseam. And with this setup here, I can get both feet, you know, 3/4 of the way on the ground with no trouble. Really helps a lot when you need it in the technical riding if you need to put a foot down. Was worried, you know, yeah, I'm going to lose some ground clearance. I had to suck the forks up into triple clamps a little bit. I'll probably end up extending them back out because that rear tire is so tall. Change out my angle a little bit. But if you hit stuff right, using the punch technique, using the front end, the suspension to bounce you up over stuff, I find losing that little bit of ground clearance not to be an issue whatsoever. The KDX 220 yesterday was a brilliant bike for me. Had no issues with it. Went everywhere else everybody else went with their $10,000 dirt bikes. And like I said, I purchased this one for about $2 grand. So tires, riding ability, keeping a solid set of brakes on it, tires, that really is tantamount to having a good time out on your dirt bike in those slippery, kind of nasty conditions. Unfortunately, the GoPro, due to technical issues with the SD chip, didn't work out for me, so I'll have to hopefully get some video up later on for anybody that's interested. Thanks for watching, and this is your friendly neighborhood dirt bike rider. Peace out.